Your carpet will arrive ready piped, backed and cut into sections ready to fit into your Nissan Figaro. Firstly, you need to strip the interior completely from the car and start to lay the pieces of carpet in, like you can see here. Some of the holes are already cut, but some areas, like this section here, you'll probably have to trim the end off so that it doesn't overhang the sill. You also need to cut holes for places like the seat runners. You can see here we've punctured the hole, and this is the blade that we'll use just to tidy it up. We'll just trim around the edge so that when we put the seat back later, it doesn't get caught up in the threads. All of the carpet sections need to be stuck in. You can see here we're using a contact adhesive. First we'll spray a layer directly onto the floor of the car. Following the area in the car, we'll prepare the actual piece of carpet that we're going to use. This is the section that fits the driver's footwell. You can see it's already backed with a sound deadening protective insulation that comes stitched into all the carpet. We're now coating it with the same contact adhesive. This is the brand we use, but there's lots available on the market and they're pretty similar. Once we've finished, it's a case of waiting 5 minutes. This type of glue only works once it's started to go tacky. Once that time's passed, we bring the piece of carpet to the car, carefully put it in position because obviously it's not going to move, and then put it down into place and pat the sections down. They stick pretty easily, but obviously it's good to just run your hand over it and make sure everything's smooth. In the next step, we're going to carry on the process and stick the other pieces of carpet in place. We've done the same in the passenger side here. The contact adhesive has already had 5 minutes to go off, and we're now just going to work that into place like we did with the driver's one. The backing makes the carpets nice and thick, so you don't need any other sound deadening underneath. Once the carpets are back in place, it's time to refit the interior. In this car we've already put the stereo panel back in, but you can see here we're just putting the center console back. The next step's going to be to lift the seats back in. We always try to get the seats back in position and start the screws by hand, just to make sure that they go in straight. Once they're finished by hand, we tighten them up with a power tool. Finally, we give everything a wipe down just to make sure it's clean and there's no finger marks on the seats. Once that's all done and we've given the car a hoover out, it's ready to go. You can see how well the carpets fit, even around the edge of the seats on the little intricate sections. The carpets look good, the piping gives them a nice tidy edge and the underlay makes them feel soft. There's different options with the pile, so you can get a softer carpet or one that's not so soft. We can also add a heel mat to the driver's one. You can use floor mats over the top, but you can also use them quite easily without.